relieving and ultra supportive. But which purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Let our expert sales staff guide you to your perfect purple. And rest easy knowing it's backed by our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Shop purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect purple.
Millionaire is back with 2 stars putting their notable noggins together.
And this season, one celebrity pair wins it all.
You just won $1 million.
Only Who Wants to Be a Millionaire tonight on ABC.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage for free?
Here we go.
Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my... Yep, it's working.
Download the U.S. Cellular Tri-Us app today.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Choice Student Checking. Open yours today at any Yakima Federal Savings and Loan.
Watch live with Kelly and Mark weekdays at 9.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Wednesday morning. We are continuing to track this Lone Rock fire, which is now approaching 65,000 acres. It started in Gillum County, but now it looks like most of the active fire has moved on over into Morrow County. Only 1% contained, and there still are evacuations in place. A level 3 go now. Evacuation's been in place for the past couple days now in southwestern Morrow County from the West County line along Buttermilk Canyon to Highway 207, and then from milepost 10 south of Hardman to the South Morrow County line. And then a level 2 beset evacuation, so you have to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. That would be from Hardman to the South Morrow County line. Let's show you now some, we're going to pivot to temperatures now, pretty mild / warm, 60s and 70s. We're also tracking some light showers this morning. Earlier they were in Morrow County. Hopefully some of that actually fell on the fire we were just talking about, but now most of this is in Yakima County. And we do have more shower and thunderstorm chances for the rest of today. I'll time those out coming up a little bit later in the show, but Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a fire that starts on the patio of a home quickly makes its way inside, seriously damaging the home. We have what firefighters are saying.
And a call for a weapons report turns into a SWAT standoff in Zilla. We have the details on what happened.
And a fire we first told you about yesterday burns over 800 acres in Franklin County. We have the details.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica DeWall.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Wednesday, July 17th. And Jessica, I feel like it's every day, it's another fire, unfortunately.
So multiple fires.
Fires from house fires, vegetation fires. And so, of course, we'll be hearing from firefighters about some advice when it comes to that.
Yes, we will. And we're going to start off talking about a fire in West Richland that tore through the Service Master Restore building on Dodge Street behind Brickhouse Pizza.
It started around 5 o'clock last night. There were no injuries, but Benton County Fire District 4 Chief Paul Carlisle says the truss was starting to go through the roof from the fire. Firefighters accessed the attic with a ladder truck and cut a hole in the roof to get a hold on the fire.
There are chemicals in this building, but Chief Carlisle says those did not pose any threat. He says there's a lot of smoke damage to things inside the building. Benton County Fire Districts 2 and 4 responded, along with Richland Fire and Emergency Services and the Kennewick Fire Department. He says no other buildings were at risk.
A fire also broke out in Kennewick last night at this home in the area of South Everett Place and South Fruitland Street.
Now, this one started around 5:30. Fire officials say it began in the patio area of the home. The heat caused windows to break, and the fire made its way inside, damaging the house. The deputy chief with Kennewick Fire says a quick response was key to getting the fire under control.
Always want to remind the public, if you see something, say something. Early notification to us gets early response and early water on the fire. Definitely want to make sure that we keep flammable materials away from potential ignition sources. Not suggesting that's the cause of this fire, but just a good reminder.
He also suggests homeowners make sure there's defensible space around their homes. No one was injured in the fire, and the cause is under investigation.
In a follow-up to news we brought you yesterday, a little over 800 acres has burned in Franklin County following a fire near the Lower Monumental Dam.
According to Franklin County Fire District 2, the fire is no longer burning. The fire mostly took place in grass and brush, but threatened crops, power infrastructure, and homes. The fire chief says the cause of the fire has not yet been determined.
It's under investigation. They think maybe it was a campfire, but they're still investigating.
Fire districts from all around Franklin County assisted, along with the Colotis volunteers in Adams County. State Fire Assistance was also mobilized, and the fire chief tells us there were 2 helicopters helping out.
The fire started Monday around 2:20 p.m., but we're told state assistance was cleared around midnight. No injuries or damages came out of this fire. The fire chief says it was mostly pastoral land and a few fences that burned. And we continue to track the Lone Rock Fire in Oregon. This is near the southwest corner of Morrow County. It's already burned around 65,000 acres since it started on July 13th. Hundreds of firefighters from all over the state of Oregon are working to get the fire under control.
The Northwest Interagency Coordination Center gave an update yesterday on just how many large wildfires there are in both Oregon and Washington. If you take a look at this map, in our immediate viewing area, crews are only battling the Lone Rock Fire in Morrow and Umatilla counties. For the entire state of Washington, there are just 2 fires, but in Oregon, crews are battling 8 fires, and that includes the Lone Rock wildfire. In a crime alert now, a 65-year-old man is behind bars after a SWAT standoff at the 1000 block of Shine Road.
This happened near Zilla on Monday, according to the Yakima County Sheriff's Office. YCSO deputies, as well as several other law enforcement agencies, responded to the incident. It was initially a weapons offense report. Deputies say they were told the man had gotten into a fight with another adult at the home and pointed a gun at them, making threats to kill them.
According to a press release, the victim and another person in the home were able to get out of the house before law enforcement got there. Deputies contained the suspect within the home, but the man refused to comply with deputies. That's when Yakima Valley Regional SWAT was called in, and after a brief standoff, he was taken into custody. He was given medical treatment before being booked into the Yakima County Jail for the alleged offenses of assault in the first-degree domestic violence, also felony harassment and resisting arrest. In community news this week, another popular shelter is celebrating their 57th year serving the community.
Happy birthday to you.
The Benton Franklin Humane Society is celebrating its birthday. The shelter says it looks forward to continuing the mission for many more years to come.
Over the weekend, people who stopped by the shelter took advantage of a reduced adoption event of just $19.67, and that was for most adult pets. The shelter says to keep track of their social media pages for more birthday celebrations and specials all month long.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's a great big ball of fire. NASA confirms a meteor flew over the New York City area yesterday, and we have the story you don't want to miss.
The first Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your weather and how it's looking for today. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a few minutes.
Are you suffering from stomach pain, a sprained ankle, or does your child have cold or flu-like symptoms? When sudden illness or minor injuries occur, Astrea Rapid Care is here for you. Our providers can see you right away with no appointment necessary. Astrea Rapid Care is the place for minor emergencies, sprains, cuts, and more, with convenient locations in Prosser, Sunnyside, and Toppenish. Astrea Health. exceptional rural health care close to home.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started.
Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Take good care of you, Bruce Heating and Air.
We want to present a $1,000 check to you for all your hard work that you've been doing.
Paul Roberts has been volunteering with Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity for about 30 years.
I was watching them on this old house, and they had a little segment on there, and that's what attracted me to it.
Roberts has spent every Saturday swinging his hammer, helping build homes for about 3 decades.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results-oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's Super 7-Day Sale is for you. That's 7 days to find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, accent chairs and recliners, dining groups, bar stools, bedrooms and kids' beds, mattresses, and adjustable bases. Complete the look with our massive selection of rugs and accessories, or score no interest financing until January 2029. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The Super 7-Day Sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday the 18th.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at applevalleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We are just seeing some moderate air quality this morning. Remember, yesterday morning we had some air quality that was just straight up unhealthy, but for now, just moderate. And this could definitely get worse throughout the rest of today. And we'll go ahead and put all this into motion with the smoke forecast, or you can think of this as like when we show you Futurecast, it's just the smoke iteration of that. So we put this into motion. This is around lunchtime, and you can see still just some pretty light haze for most of us, although a bit later in the day we could get some thicker haze and smoke swirling into the area from the Lone Rock fire, also from the Cougar Creek fire that's burning here in extreme southeastern Washington. So some of that could impact the foothills of the Blues primarily, and then watch what happens on Thursday. You see still pretty widespread light haze for most spots, but then into the evening, especially into the late evening, the winds will pick up out of the west, and that's going to improve air quality for a lot of us, especially in the Yakima and Kittitas counties. We still do have an air quality alert in place for Morrow County and Umatilla County. This runs until lunchtime today. We'll see if the Oregon DEQ decides to extend this or not. Let's go back to the Tri-Cities, where we could have some light haze for today. Also some very light showers primarily before the late afternoon to early evening. Pretty low in chances though. So for today, it's going to be hot. It's going to be hazy. We will have some small lightning chances, and I'll show you what that means for the potential of fire starts. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. So check this out now. A big boom made more than a few people in the New York City area look up and take notice Tuesday afternoon. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley with more details.
This is the moment Judah Bergman says he saw a fireball shoot across the sky in New Jersey.
It was long and really, really fast. Looked like a flaming long rod or something, like on fire and flying through the sky.
NASA now confirming a fireball flew over the New York City area yesterday morning, a small meteor traveling 38,000 miles per hour.
And something, when it's moving that fast, of course, heats up and it begins to ablate, just like a spacecraft re-entering the atmosphere. And it produces a lot of light, and it generates what we call a fireball.
NASA says the meteor originated above New York City and passed over the Statue of Liberty before disintegrating above New Jersey.
You expect to see a meteor at night, not during the day, so this was a rare daylight fireball.
Although Bergman didn't hear a loud boom when he saw the fireball, others did. Stephen Bradley was with his cat and dog.
There was the initial boom, and then like less than a second after that, there was a tremble of the house. I have a dog, a golden retriever, and a cat, both of which the golden retriever jumped out of his skin and the cat just darted under the sofa.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
NASA says the loud noises and shaking that people may have heard may have been related to military activity in the area, not the meteor. Well, if you missed a story in the last hour, we have some more space news. If it's possible that there's life on Venus, they now have some good music. NASA says it transmitted Missy Elliott's song, The Rain, Super Duper Fly, to Venus via radio antennas. It took nearly 14 minutes for the song to travel about 158 million miles to the planet of love. So Elliott posted to social media about the feat, saying, quote, "The sky is not the limit, it's just the beginning." The artist plays with space iconography in her work often, something that NASA nodded to in a statement about the transmission. Elliott has been receiving long-due recognition here on Earth. In 2019, the rapper became the first woman hip-hop artist to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and 4 years later, she became the first female rapper to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Washington is the largest producer of sweet cherries in the country, and fresh cherry season is well underway. When we come back, we look at how one family-owned cherry business is doing. Keep it here. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Indulge in Legends Casino's Seafood Buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be.
You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel.
Yes!
That's how you waffle!
Mr. This script got a plot twist at a Radisson hotel.
A business big leaguer.
Go for Key.
Even the ultimate pool float inflator.
With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you.
Stay twice and get a $50 gift card when you book direct at choicehotels.com.
Gotta get the corners.
At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got you covered. We offer a variety of buildings and sheds that come with a 5-year limited warranty, free delivery, and setup. Whether you're ready to custom create your space or just need extra storage, we're here to help every step of the way. All in-stock buildings can be delivered within 7 to 10 days and custom builds in 3 to 4 weeks. So what are you waiting for? Find your perfect building or shed today with Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds in West Richland.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique and we're here for all life's occasions all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick is still open, and we're having a sale. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Summer in our area usually means great weather, but every so often a storm moves in.
Count on Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather to warn you in advance of coming storms.
Stacey Lee Evening, Josh Colbert Mornings, Apple Valley News Now. First Alert Weather on your side.
July is Ultraviolet Safety Month. Protect your skin from harmful UV rays by wearing sun protective clothing. There's more information at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your business headlines now, Washington is the largest producer of sweet cherries in the nation, and fresh cherry season is now underway in the Yakima Valley. Fresh cherries are fragile, so their short season is a busy time for family-owned Chucker Cherries, the only commercial dehydrator of sweet cherries in the state. This year, Chucker Cherries will process more than 500,000 pounds of Washington cherries for use in their treats. The director of domestic promotions at Northwest Cherries says 2020 2024 has been a great season, and the size and sugars are outstanding. SpaceX founder Elon Musk has announced he plans to move the company's headquarters from California to Texas. Now, Musk says he made the decision after California Governor Gavin Newsom signed legislation that prevents school employees from notifying parents if students request to use different pronouns. Musk says the new transgender law was the, quote, final straw. He also announced plans to move the headquarters of his social media company X from San Francisco to Austin, Texas, for the same reason. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, well, we talked about the singer that went viral for her rendition of the national anthem Sunday night at the Home Run Derby event, but she's released a statement explaining what happened. That's coming up in your entertainment news.
Audiologist Jennifer Wright is now caring for patients of all ages at Prosser Ear, Nose, and Throat Center. Her services include audiological evaluations, hearing aid fittings, pediatric testing, cochlear implants, and more. The effects of hearing loss can often be minimized with the correct diagnoses and proper treatment. To schedule an appointment with audiologist Jennifer Wright, call Prosser Ear, Nose, and Throat Center at 509-786-5599 today. This is how we care.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Murray Gaston Wine Bar.
Communist China poses an economic and national security threat to America.
And Dan Newhouse is the leader in Congress fighting for our security.
Dan stood up to Communist China and wrote the bill to stop them from buying up American farms and ranches.
And Dan's working to secure the border and stop the flow of deadly Chinese fentanyl through Mexico and into our communities.
Where Joe Biden fails us, Dan Newhouse fights for us.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message to stand up to Communist China and to secure our border.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
This is Rhonda. She's a soul line dance instructor. And this is Rhonda's Good Feet story.
I love dancing, but I had foot pain and hated the fact that I had to sit out a couple dances. But since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports, I definitely have not felt the pain. I am able to dance longer, feel happier. My energy levels have increased. Once that energy gets into you and you're feeling good, double spins.
Get back out there with arch supports from the Good Feet store.
It's the 44th anniversary sale at Walker's Furniture.
This is one of our favorite events where we get to celebrate these great years with you.
And that means friends and family pricing throughout the store, with savings up to 44% off. Or get no interest financing for up to 5 years. So you can get it today and pay over time.
From our family to yours, we'd like to thank you for 44 wonderful years.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We are tracking some very light showers for the time being, partly in Morrow County, also in Yakima County. We'll continue to see more of this throughout the rest of today, and we'll go ahead and show you that with Futurecast. We put this into motion. This is lunchtime. Some more scattered showers and thunderstorms on the map. I'm thinking most of us probably stay dry for today, but you see there is that non-zero chance. Probably by 5 p.m. most of us will be dry, even some clearing of the clouds. But I think for the bookends of our viewing area, for the Cascades and for the Blues, that's where we'll have the best chance of thunderstorms, and those could linger well into the late afternoon to early evening. But then into the late evening, we should clear out, and by Thursday, we should be dry. But given that there is a chance for lightning today over very dry fuels, that's why the National Weather Service in Pendleton has gone with a red flag warning up until 5 p.m. today. A little bit later in the show, we'll show you just how dry some of these fuels actually are. Okay, so for today, most of us will end up probably above 100 degrees. We'll be about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. Also a little bit hazy, just given the proximity to some of those fires in our region. And then for tonight, either 60s or 70s, mild/warm, just kind of depends on your microclimate. And we will have winds picking up out of the north and west upwards of maybe 25 miles per hour for the Kittitas Valley, but elsewhere winds should stay pretty calm. To tomorrow, it's going to be hot again, which is why we have a heat advisory that runs until 10 p.m. on Thursday for the lower Columbia Basin, and then this excessive heat warning for the Kittitas Valley and the Yakima Valley also runs until 10 p.m. on Thursday, and we have more heat after that, getting up to around 110 in the Tri-Cities by Sunday, so we'll be about 15 to 20 degrees above average. And unfortunately, looks like there's a little bit more lightning in the forecast we'll have to deal with. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A little thunderstorm chance for today, and then after that, just a whole lot of hot conditions, a lot of sunshine too, a little bit of haze as well. Then for Yakima, small thunderstorm chance for today. We're tracking another one into Monday, and of course several days over the next 7 days where we'll be above 100 degrees. For Hermiston, thunderstorm chance for today, and of course several days after today where we'll end up in the triple digits. And then for Walla Walla, also several days where we'll end up above 100 degrees, but a little bit of a break with 96 on Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh. All right, I want to know, guys, do you watch award shows? Are you into that?
I used to when I was younger, and then not so much anymore. Now you just can catch the highlights on social media in real time or just right after.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a
I
really long
have
time.
no vested interest. Not to be a hater, it's just not me.
All right, well, it is Emmy time yet again.
So this morning, the National Academy for Television Arts and Sciences will unveil its nominations for TV's most prestigious awards. So the period drama Shogun and the anxiety-inducing comedy The Bear are expected to have a big day along with Netflix's Baby Reindeer. So nominees will be announced at 8:30 a.m. our time.
It'll be streamed on the Academy's website and YouTube channel. Winners will be unveiled at the television gala on September 15th. As for who will host this year's award ceremony, that has yet to be announced.
I also hear Succession is going to be having a lot of nominations. Are you into that show?
I like Succession.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your head around, so I saw a reaction.
Have you seen it? No?
I have not.
Okay. Well, The Bear, Succession, there's probably so many other things going on.
Sure, yeah.
We'll see.
Well, yesterday we told you about this, and now everyone knows who the singer Ingrid Andress is.
So she went viral online after her poor rendition of the national anthem at the Home Run Derby Sunday night.
So the country singer-songwriter posted to her social media yesterday saying she's checking herself into rehab.
She says in part, quote, "I was drunk last night. I'm checking myself into a facility today to get the help I need."
She also goes on to say, quote, "That was not me last night. I apologize to MLB, all the fans, and this country I love so much for that rendition."
She ended the note saying she would, quote, "let y'all know how rehab is. I hear it's super fun."
Oh, well, I hope she gets the help that she needs.
I said this last hour, but she should try Rehab, Amy Winehouse's song. Singing that.
And we were all nice to her yesterday.
We were, and
yeah.
I think we should
for
still
good
be.
reason.
Yeah,
Yes.
still be good.
Woohoo, you go, Ingrid
Pat ourselves on the
Andress.
back. Yeah.
Here, I'm going to pat myself on the back. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, do you or someone you know have a nonprofit or want to start one? If the answer was yes, we have how you can apply for a grant. Details are just ahead.
Plus, the battle between the state of Washington and the Catholic Church continues. Emily Goodell has the latest developments.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers on the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Don't wait. Get the deal you can't miss. Lease a 2024 F-150 STX Super Crew for just $399 a month. Only at your local Ford dealer.
So if we spend a third of our lives sleeping, shouldn't we try to get the best sleep possible? That's why Denver Mattress is all about that sleep life. And during the Super 7-Day sale, everything is on sale. Like the budget-friendly Summit Queen, easy on the wallet for only $299.99. Get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, or get no interest until January 2029, and free shipping. Improve your sleep life one night at a time, only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Hermiston, Road 68 in Pasco, and at the new location on West Court Street in Pasco. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at all 6 locations. Get the lowest prices on the largest selection of vape mods, classic to tropical vape flavors, batteries, cigars, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Don't waste time in other places. Go to Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Mom. Soccer is my life. I've been playing for as long as I can remember. Scoring goals, hanging with my friends, the travels, it's really fun. Before hitting the field, there's this tradition I have, grabbing snacks. Pre-game feel, you know? Whether it's gearing up for an away game or it's a quick stop, my Hapo debit card is always with me. Just like my teammates trust me on the field, my mom trusts me to make smart choices off the field. Where do you credit union?
Join us Saturday, July 20th in historic downtown Prosser for the 20th annual Prosser Art Walk and Wine Gala. Sip award-winning wines and craft beer while strolling creations from artisans throughout the Pacific Northwest. Enjoy live music and a variety of food trucks for an evening not to be missed. Tickets are just $20 and on sale now at tourprosser.com/artwalk.
Summer is here, and it's the best time of year to get a new zero-turn mower from Husqvarna. Husqvarna Zero Turns can tackle any job with commercial quality and professional performance. Wide cutting decks, high cutting speeds, and durable construction are great reasons to choose Husqvarna. But there's more. Now we're offering new warranties up to 5 years and low monthly payment financing that makes choosing a Husqvarna Zero-Turn mower better than ever. Visit Liberty Lawn and Saw in West Richland or online at libertylawnandsaw.com.
The Make It Ford summer sales event is on. Amazing offers, like the Built Wild Bronco family. Get the deal you can't miss. Lease a 2024 Bronco Sport Big Bend for just $369 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Josh, it's been way too hot, since past couple months is what I'm going to say. I always feel like it's too cold in Washington, and now it's a little too hot for me.
I feel like it's been summer for a very long time already, and it hasn't been that long.
I heard a commercial saying that there's 12 seasons in Washington, so we are in the hot summer right now.
I think we actually have 3. It's a Goldilocks season. Too hot, too cold,
I think that's
right.
usually how I describe the weather.
We're in the too hot portion right now, for sure, and that's going to continue for today. Let's go ahead and take a live look right now at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of a Tanum Ridge, atop a Tanum Ridge, and we are seeing some clouds and maybe even some light precip, some light rainfall this morning in Yakima proper. We're definitely seeing some of that in Yakima County. We'll show you that in just a second. But first, temperatures. It is very mild / warm out there for this morning. We're either in the 60s or 70s, just kind of depends on your microclimate. Look at that, 73 in Hermiston this morning already, and it's just past 6:30 in the morning. Okay, here's some of those light showers for Yakima County. Thankfully, there's no lightning with this yet, but there is the potential of more lightning a little bit later in the day. So the bottom line for the forecast really over the next 7 days is that we're going to keep things pretty hot. The temperatures are going to spike on Sunday. We'll start to feel just as hot as maybe what we felt last week. Also dealing with a little bit of smoke or haze and some lightning potentials over multiple days, including for today, and I'll show you what that means for the fire setup for today in particular. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. And we start this half hour off with an exclusive. The State Attorney General has hit a roadblock in his investigation into the child sex abuse in the Catholic Church. This after a judge denied his request to enforce a subpoena against the Seattle Archdiocese.
Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke to the Catholic Accountability Project and the Yakima Diocese about what this will mean going forward.
The Catholic Church has made public the identities of more than 100 clergy and other religious leaders across Washington state they believe sexually abused children. 83 in the Seattle Archdiocese, 30 in the Spokane Diocese, and 21 in the Yakima Diocese. Founding member of the Catholic Accountability Project and survivor Peter Isley says there's even more voices that remain unheard.
Especially when you're a child, rape and sexual assault, the offender does 2 things. First, he steals your body, then he steals your voice. Justice is about the return of that voice.
Justice State Attorney General Bob Ferguson seeking through an investigation into whether the Catholic Church used charitable funds to cover up child sexual abuse, launching a hotline for survivors to speak out.
They jumped into action
They provided over 7,500 pages of whistleblower documents and evidence to our organization. That evidence, it includes depositions, it includes personnel files, survivor testimonies, and internal church memos. It also includes police reports.
Yakima Diocese Chancellor Monsignor Robert Seiler says they offered last year to share some, but not all, of what Ferguson asked for.
We had some legitimate concerns about protecting the privacy rights of victims. We had concerns about protecting the privacy rights of priests that we knew had been falsely accused.
This year, Ferguson subpoenaed the dioceses for information they haven't made public. Seiler says the Yakima Diocese took issue with the expansive financial records requested.
We were willing to provide some documentation, but we also wanted to see the Attorney General's legal authority for the subpoena, and it seems clear from the ruling that was made in King County that he simply does not have the legal authority.
A judge denied Ferguson's petition to have the court enforce the subpoena against the Seattle Archdiocese. In the statement, Ferguson saying, quote, "Our fight for survivors of clergy abuse is not over," committing to appealing the decision. Survivor Mary Dispenza says she wants other survivors to know they're not alone, that she's been where they are.
Overcome with shame and fear and feeling isolated and alone. But I want to say to you, I can attest to this, that coming forward is a freeing experience.
What we care about is that this doesn't happen to another child. That's why we're doing what we're doing.
Urging other survivors to come forward and have their voices heard. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
In a statement, the Attorney General says his office has not taken action against the Spokane and Yakima Diocese, but they are prepared to do so if necessary. In community news now, do you or someone you know want to start a nonprofit or already have one? Well, the Three Rivers Community Foundation 2024 grant is almost here and ready to be open for applicants.
The grant is to help nonprofits that are part of the Benton or Franklin County area or that provide services to either of those counties. The application opens up July 31st, and Three Rivers Community Foundation is holding 2 informational sessions about the application over Zoom. The first is today at noon, and the next one is on July 24th. The CEO of the Three Rivers Community Foundation says that this grant is all about supporting local nonprofits.
It's about programs and projects that are helping in different parts of the community. And it can be anything from animal welfare to arts-focused organizations. We fund nonprofits that provide food insecurity support, housing, domestic violence, education, youth, just a really wide spectrum.
Officials say that the average awarded grant to the recipients is about $4,000, and the deadline to apply is September 16th. Nonprofits will be notified sometime in early November if they're selected.
Vista Field is growing. Earlier this month, the Port Commissioners approved a 90-day right to negotiate with Columbia Point Eye Care Clinic to open up an eye care business onto the Vista Field Phase 1 plan. This is to be a 7,000 square foot building.
They're also planning to build in about 1,500 square feet of tent space for a business to rent out from the eye care clinic. The director of real estate for the Port of Kennewick says this new addition is all about the accessible community plan of Vista Field. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, a puppy that had a rough start is looking for their forever home. When we come back, we'll get to meet Sage with Mikey's Chance, who's described as a happy little dog.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your forecast. We'll be right back.
Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222. GMA this morning. Wake up to a super fun, totally unpredictable morning. And say good morning to Shaq live and John Stamos live.
Good morning, America.
This morning on
Good Morning America. It's the 44th anniversary sale at Walker's Furniture.
This is one of our favorite events where we get to celebrate these great years with you.
And that means friends and family pricing throughout the store, with savings up to 44% off. Or get no interest financing for up to 5 years. so you can get it today and pay over time.
From our family to yours, we'd like to thank you for 44 wonderful years.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
July is Ultraviolet Safety Month. Protect your skin from harmful UV rays by staying in the shade whenever possible. Get more information at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Exmark mowers were born to deliver legendary reliability, signature cut quality, and stubborn durability that refuses to give in. Because like you, Exmark mowers were built for this. Save big on Exmark Vertex mowers. Take advantage of instant rebates and bonus fleet discounts for a limited time only.
Experience the difference. Liberty Lawn and Saw on Van Giesen in West Richland.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Apple Valley News Now, recently honored by the Society of Professional Journalists with first place awards for general excellence, breaking news, health reporting, and video series. We all like awards, but our mission is to serve you with news that gets results. We are Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next live, Glenn Powell from Twisters, plus Shaq from his new game show, Lucky 13.
You can win $1 million.
True. And Summer Survival Week continues.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have a red flag warning in place today for pretty much all of the viewing area except for this little slice of the Blue Mountains. But even there, I think the fuels are looking pretty dry for today. And this runs until 5 p.m. And speaking of the fire fuels, we'll go ahead and show you some of the data to back that up. So here's today's fire fuel energy. Think of this as, well, exactly how it's described. The amount of energy that would be available to a hypothetical fire. And you know, this really speaks volumes to how dead all the grasses and all the brush is out there as compared to historical values. The fire fuel energy is going to be up into the 99th percentile for Kittitas and Yakima counties, but it's not just confined to there, as we're also in the 99th percentile for the lower Columbia Basin, and it's going to be the same thing for the Blue Mountains. So a very dangerous setup for today. We're hoping for the best in terms of fire starts, but we're expecting the worst just given how dry everything is out there. So, of course, you don't want to, we're concerned about lightning-induced fire starts, but also human-induced fire starts are still very much a risk for today. So to avoid that, avoid tossing burning cigarettes on the ground, avoid parking hot vehicles on dry vegetation, and I gather that fire evacuation kit now, especially in those areas in Morrow County that are already under that level 2 evacuation. I'll show you if we have any cooler weather on the way, if that's going to help out with this at all. Prospects for that are low, but that'll be coming up in a few minutes.
Well, now it's time to check out another pet on Operation Best Friend.
That's right. Every Wednesday, we introduce you to a pet that's currently in the care of the local shelter. So today, we're featuring a puppy that had a rough start in life, but Sage is now thriving and ready to be adopted.
Hi, my name is Tammy. I am here with Sage. Sage is going to be with Mikey's Chance at the PetSmart adoption event this Saturday from 11 to 3. Miss Sage is Shih Tzu with a little bit of Chihuahua. Sage was found with no hair. We're doing a lot better now. Sage is about 9 months old, and she'll be joining about 80 other dogs and cats this Saturday at PetSmart from 11 to 3 with approximately 8 or 9 other shelters in the area that they will all be up for adoption. Well, Sage is like any little puppy. Sage is actually very happy to play with other dogs and cats, loves to play, loves squeaky toys, to be petted and loved. Very unique looking little dog that loves to cuddle and would make a really wonderful forever friend. Sage is actually a parvo survivor, and even with that, Sage's favorite toys to play with are bones because we're fun and sassy and yeah, quite a survivor. Well, as you can tell, Sage loves to cuddle, but Sage also loves to go hiking and play, and Sage has the zoomies all the time, don't you? Yeah. So Sage would make a great partner for anybody that loves to hike and snuggle and just wants a loving dog, don't you? Yeah. So don't forget this Saturday from 11 to 3 at PetSmart on Canal Drive, Sage and 80 or so other dogs and cats will be there for adoption. And if you adopt Sage, you'll get a $50 gift card from Paws Natural Pet Emporium.
Oh, well, we hope Sage gets adopted.
So cute.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a local awards event had to be postponed due to the heat.
We'll tell you when the historic downtown Kennewick Impact Awards are now set to take place. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
At the Pacific Clinic, we understand the juggle of parenthood. That's why the PC is your one-stop shop for all your health, sports, and medical needs. Schedule your appointments around your favorite group fitness classes and use our on-site childcare services.
From women's health to care for your little ones, we practice a comprehensive approach to keep your family feeling great.
With our quick and convenient scheduling, we'll get you in within the same week, often the next day. Call us today at 509-783-5465.
Whether you're most at home surrounded by lots of friends, hanging with your one best friend for an afternoon cruise, or...
No way! Not a chance. Could you show us something with a little less horsepower?
I was thinking the same thing.
At McCurley, we're here to help you find the vehicle that's right for you, because it's your way home.
Find your way home in a Mazda certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Mazda.
Attention all Hanford and PNNL workers and contractors. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free lunch and learn resource fair on Friday, July 19th at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick from 11 to 2 p.m. You may qualify for additional healthcare benefits and financial compensation. Learn more at our free lunch and learn resource fair on Friday, July 19th at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick from 11 to 2 p.m.
You know the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Well, it doesn't have to be an apple. Wellness looks different for everyone. It looks like this. And this. And whatever this is. It's really that simple. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, where do I sign up for this? All that matters is you're taking a step towards a healthier you. Inside and out. Find your apple. So we spend a third of our lives sleeping. Shouldn't we try to get the best sleep possible? That's why Denver Mattress is all about that sleep life. And during the Super 7-Day sale, everything is on sale. Like the budget-friendly Summit Queen, easy on the wallet for only $299.99. Get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, or get no interest until January 2029, and free shipping. Improve your sleep life one night at a time, only at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Just days after the assassination attempt, Donald Trump reveals his VP pick, J.D. Vance, as the Republicans rally in Milwaukee. And this week, David Muir and ABC News are right there live. The Republican National Convention tonight on ABC.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. News out of Kennewick now. The historic downtown Kennewick partnership postponed its Impact Awards because of the extreme heat we're getting.
It was meant to take place on the 10th of this month, but it's now scheduled for September 18th at 6 p.m. The Impact Awards are a celebration of everything downtown. It honors businesses, volunteers, and organizations, all who help make downtown thrive.
Now, it was meant to be an outdoor event at the Kennewick Public Market, but the temperatures were just too hot.
but it became 110 degrees. And that's a little too hot for us to do outside events safely. We actually do have a hot weather advisory policy, so anything that's hotter than 105 degrees is an automatic cancellation if we don't have an indoor alternative. And unfortunately, we didn't have one set up in July.
Stephanie Button, the executive director of the historic Downtown Kennewick Partnership, says they were able to reschedule to September 18th at the Kennewick Public Market. There is an indoor contingency just in case. Everyone who bought tickets was able to move them to the new dates or receive a refund.
Button also says tickets are still available to attend the event. You can find the link to those up on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com. And keep it right here. We've got the morning sprint up next.
But first, here's what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, scoring a summer travel deal just got a whole lot easier.
Sign up to be a member if you want free shipping.
Amazon partnering with travel companies for price cuts on vacation packages, all during its annual Prime Day sale.
Amazon knows you're not going to buy an air fryer every single year. They're doing a little bit more, like including travel sales.
From airfare to car rentals and cruises. But it's not just Amazon. Walmart getting into the travel game in 2023 with discounts on fuel and travel.
Walmart recently partnered with Expedia to offer a special travel deals portal for its Walmart Plus members.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the expert advice you need to book a great trip while saving a whole lot of cash. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, Oakland, California.
Type 2 diabetes?
Discover the Ozempic Trizone. Ozempic. I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
I'm under 7.
Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease.
I'm lowering my risk.
Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
Ask about the power of 3 with Ozempic.
Now, the morning sprint.
It's now time for your morning sprint in the 6 o'clock hour.
We start with your political headlines this morning. More details are emerging about 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, the gunman who attempted to assassinate former President Donald Trump. Officials say he was scheduled to work that day, but told his boss he needed the day off because he had something to do. Authorities also say they found a bulletproof vest, 3 fully loaded magazines, and 2 remote-controlled explosive devices in his car.
Other members from Donald Trump's family are expected to attend the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee today. Melania Trump, Ivanka Trump, and Jared Kushner will be in attendance. On Thursday night, Trump will formally accept the GOP nomination for president.
This week marks the 2-year anniversary of the 988 hotline. The Suicide and Crisis Hotline has received more than 10 million calls, texts, and chats since its launch in July of 2022. The hotline is part of the Biden administration's strategy to address what it calls the nation's mental health and substance abuse crises.
Joe Bryant, the father of the late NBA great Kobe Bryant, has died. At 69, Joe, who was also known as Jelly Bean, had recently suffered a stroke. Bryant was a former basketball pro who was drafted 14th overall in the 1975 NBA draft by Golden State. His pro career included seasons with the Philadelphia 76ers, the then San Diego Clippers, and later the Houston Rockets.
Now, here are the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Ballots are being mailed out today in Benton County, this ahead of the August 6th primary election. As always, it's important to sign your ballot and make sure your signature matches what's on file with the county. A logic and accuracy test will be performed tomorrow to test Benton County's voting equipment.
A fire broke out at a Kennewick home near South Everett Place and South Fruitland Street last night. Fire officials say it began in the patio area of the home. The heat caused windows to break and the fire made its way inside, damaging the house. The Kennewick Fire Department says a quick response was key to getting the fire under control.
An event supporting people in need will take place at the Union Gospel Mission in Pasco this afternoon. Free services include transportation to the St. Vincent de Paul Food Bank, showers, haircuts, hygiene kits, and cooling kits. The community support and dinner event takes place from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. this afternoon.
The city of Sunnyside selected its new city manager after a special meeting last night. City Council offered the job to Mike Gonzalez after a unanimous vote, contingent on him accepting the role and going through contract negotiations. Gonzalez did accept the offer. The goal is for the start date and contract signing date to be August 1st.
And the city of Yakima has also selected its new city manager. City Council announced Vicki Baker, the deputy director of the Yakima Valley Conference of Governments, will be taking over as Yakima city manager on August 8th. They announced this last night at the regular city council meeting. All right, in trending, after yesterday, everyone knows who the singer Ingrid Andress is.
She went viral online after her poor rendition of the national anthem at the Home Run Derby Sunday night.
So the country singer-songwriter posted to her social media yesterday saying she's checking herself into rehab.
She says in part, quote, "I was drunk last night. I'm checking myself into a facility today to get the help I need."
She also goes on to say, quote, "That was not me last night. I apologize to MLB, all the fans, and this country I love so much for that rendition."
She ended the note saying she would, quote, "let y'all know how rehab is. I hear it's super fun." She said that, not me.
You can let us know how the weather's looking, right?
Yes, that's my job. I'm paid to do that. So it's looking hot. It's looking hazy. Also, some of us thankfully getting some showers this morning, but there is some lightning in the forecast as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the satellite and radar picture. You can see some very light showers. You know, earlier this morning they were in Morrow County. Now it's like they've trended up into Yakima County and now into a good chunk of Kittitas County as well. This is all pretty light stuff, and we'll continue to have more of that throughout the rest of the day. We'll put this in motion with Futurecast. This is around lunchtime, still just some scattered stuff on the map. Could be some lightning embedded within this though, and that could spell some big time trouble when it comes to the prospect of fire starts. By 5 p.m., I think most of us will be dry at this point, even the clouds starting to clear out a little bit. But for the bookends of this viewing area, for the Blues, also for the Cascades, that's where we're going to have the best chance of lightning for today. So that could still go on into the late afternoon to early evening, but then by midnight, looks like all of us should be dry. And given that there will be the chance of lightning for today over very dry fuels, that's why a red flag warning is in place for the whole viewing area until 5 p.m., except for this little stretch of the Blues. But I think even there's a risk for fire starts. So for today, we'll have highs. Most of us will actually end up being above 100 degrees. Should be closer to 105 in the Tri-City, so we'll be about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. Could be a little hazy due to some of the fires in close proximity to our area. And then for tonight, more haze, more mild conditions, overnight lows either in the 60s or the 70s. And then into tomorrow, high temperatures will rebound, which is why a heat advisory, it goes until 10 p.m. for the lower Columbia Basin. And then this excessive heat warning goes until 10 p.m. on Thursday as well. And that would be for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. And we hold on to the hot weather after this. Looks like we could be close to 110 in the Tri-Cities by Sunday, which resembles some of the heat that we had just last week. Also tracking some very small lightning chances, but some more though into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. We'll see a little chance of some thunderstorms for today, and then looks like we're going to be dry after that, but a lot of heat, especially into Sunday. For Yakima, we'll have a little chance of some thunderstorms for today. Also, just a lot of heat after that. Could see some more haze into tomorrow. Then for Hermiston, chance of thunderstorms for today. A lot of sunshine, a lot of hot, dry conditions after that. And then for Walla Walla, we'll be around the century mark for today and tomorrow, but then a little bit cooler for Friday, 97 degrees.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Northwest.